It's been a while since I did a video, so I thought I'd do one. I feel like there's probably a bit that's happened, but I can't really remember, or can't be bothered to really backtrack. Recovery still comes with its challenges, as always. I feel like I've probably made progress on some aspects, but I'm also good at sort of counteracting it sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. I made the decision actually to withdraw from community support at the moment. It's a decision I sort of felt like I had to make. Whether or not it was the right one or not, it felt like it was at the time. I'm sure time will tell. I've sort of been without that now for a couple of weeks. I think it's going to be quite challenging when I start college, which is about 4 weeks away. So that's sort of pending. I don't know how I'm going to respond to it. I have some guesses. I'm not very good with change. It's a lot of change, but the thing is, I don't sort of want to preempt that I'm definitely going to struggle, because otherwise I've already told myself that I am. So it's sort of difficult. I'm trying to not tell myself that I'm going to, but I also need to be sort of open and realistic and honest about it. So that's sort of what I've got in my mind at the minute. I'm trying to keep some sort of I don't know. I keep trying to make sure each week I am going out to eat, so that I'm not slipping back with that. And so far I am managing it. It's also, it's good for me to be seeing my friends more as well. So yeah, I'm trying to do that, and then trying to pick different things when I'm out. So yeah, that's sort of that. I'm still just sort of maintaining where I am. And I have done for like the past 6 weeks or so, which keeps the eating disorder quiet, I guess, because it's not, I don't know, it is what it is. But at the same time, it's like, I know that isn't where I need to be or would like to be. So something has to change. And yeah, I need to get used to the idea of that. It's easy, it's all right, and it's really easy to sort of say, but it's always much more difficult to actually do. So just sort of battling through that in my head and trying to keep moving forward and not like kid myself either. Joyous times. But yeah, I have quite a few things to get in before I start college as well. So that's a little bit stressful, but I'm trying to be realistic as to what I can actually do about stuff. So I have so many like physical appointments, which is the other side to eating disorders that people don't think of so much, in the sense that everyone like knows it's a mental illness, but actually people know, yeah, like you can sort of die from an eating disorder, but they don't really know what it entails in terms of like treatment and checkups of stuff. So it's not just weight and bloods, it's like I have a bone scan booked in to see if there was any decline between now and my last scan, like 2.5 years ago. I had another scan 2.5 years before that, and that showed a decline between scans. So yeah, I have that to face. That is booked in, but it depends on my college timetable. And I have an appointment at the optician's to test my eyes. That's not eating disorder related, although I suppose certain vitamins do affect your eyes. I don't know. But I have that. I also have, well, I'm on the waiting list for physio, again, due to the eating disorder. I have a couple of conditions anyway from my hip and my shoulder, which there is some like basis of the fact that I would have been probably born with hyperextended ligaments there, but then the amount of exercise that I've done and being a dancer has sort of overextended those ligaments, and also like restricting your intake sort of, there isn't really a system that it doesn't compromise, and so everything's sort of vulnerable in your body. I also have, what else do I have? Oh yeah, I have an ECG tomorrow to, check my heart, which is actually due to meds that I'm on that requires like an annual ECG. Over the years, I also have had them because of my eating disorder. So yeah, I have that tomorrow. And I'm still awaiting wisdom teeth extraction, which is making me anxious because it's getting later and later, and I know there's going to be some recovery time, and I know there is potential for it to set me back, and I wanted to be sort of over all of that prior to starting college, and I also don't want any time off. So the fact that I'm still waiting for it is making me quite anxious, and like I know I can't do anything about it, but it's still like in my mind, and I am worried. I'm not going to pretend I'm not. I'm trying to deal with it, but I am worried. Yeah, like I say, I think originally in May I was told it would be 6 weeks, but then when I rang them like 8 weeks after that, I was told actually I shouldn't have been told that. And then there was a general estimate of early August, and now we're in middle of August, and I haven't even had a letter. So I really don't know when that's going to be. And basically, it's one of those things, it's things are sort of behind, aren't they, with the pandemic being here, and obviously there are more important things that need to go ahead before wisdom teeth. So we'll sort of see with that one. It's probably I'm just gonna end up having a letter when I'm at college, aren't I, in term time, and yeah, that's just gonna happen. That's pessimism for you. But it's very difficult to disappoint a pessimist, so that's quite an optimistic thought for a pessimist, actually. Anyway, that's sort of that. I've just got a lot of things to squeeze in, plus just trying to keep social, because as someone with autism, a lot of anxiety, I also struggle with low mood, recurrent depressive disorder. It can be quite easy to sort of slip back and become distant from people again. So I'm continually having to be mindful of that. So I am trying to ensure that I'm seeing people regularly. So I am keeping busy, which is also good in terms of the eating disorder, because obviously that distracts you from all of the thoughts. And I'm really just trying to find a balance. You'd think that I'd sort of maybe have one after all of these years of therapy and eating disorder and stuff, but it just doesn't happen quickly. You learn along the way, I guess. That's pretty much that, just plodding along. Isn't that a cheesy line? Well, something good I did do today was I went to the sunflowers. a sunflower field nearby with my sister. I also went in the week with my friend. So that was quite nice, just being mindful in nature. And I cut some sunflowers, because you are allowed to do that, by the way, and brought them home for my mum. So they look nice in the dining room at the minute. So yeah, that was just something nice I did today. Just sort of end on a more positive note. Yeah, I am still here though. Sorry.